if you want people to click on your video, watch your video, and be able to hear your video, at least make sure the visual is visually pleasing. At least make sure your lighting is great. You want to at least make sure I can hear you or the value you are trying to give me. Quality of your messaging is great. You're giving value. People will literally come looking for you. Because when people see that you know what you're talking about, they trust you. And you understand that business is spiritual and it's about relationship. This will take you to the next level. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. This new coaching strategy is going to change the coaching industry as we know it. Listen, my name is Dee Giles. I am a wealth coach, and I help women entrepreneurs, coaches, and speakers make their first 7 figures. And I want to help you. Listen, this strategy is going to be life-changing. If you are not doing this now, you're going to want to implement this absolutely at this moment, right when you can. All right, so listen to this. I have my little notes out here just so to make sure that I stay on task, make sure I stay like on point for you guys so we don't lose each other, all right? Okay, so the first thing is understanding that all your time and energy, all your energy and effort should go into content creation. You're probably like, I'm a mom, I don't have time for all of that. Listen, if you're a mom like me, you're a coach, you're in ministry, you're trying to run a business, you're trying to do things, you want to make time for content creation. Why? Because content creation is king. You want to make sure that you at least batch shoot, right? Take a day out of the month, batch shoot your content and post the content. Don't just shoot the content, but post the content. Why am I saying this? Well, there are so many coaches, entrepreneurs, speakers out there that I have seen lately just running ads. And one of the things I realized is great to run ads and it's great to get people to come into your coaching business. But when people get to watch your content before they even come through those ads, when people see that ad going up, but then they know, you know what? Let me save this ad, but let me go to a social media page. Maybe it's YouTube, maybe it's Facebook, maybe it's IG, maybe it's TikTok. Let me go somewhere and let me see who these people are. The more time that someone gets to spend with you, guess what they do? They get to know you. They get to like, know, and trust you. They become acquainted with you. It's like a nurturing that's taking place. Imagine this for a second. For all my mama bears out there, we are mamas. So a lot of the times before we want someone to get to know our children, we're like, who is this? Where are we dropping our babies off? Who is it? So your money is almost like your child. You're like, before I drop this baby off, right, into this daycare, before I drop this baby off somewhere else, I need to make sure I know this person. That's the reason why people have books out. That's the reason why people have reels out. That's the reason why people have YouTube videos out like this. You want to get the content out there, but not only the content. Listen to this. If you're ready, I need you to say, I'm ready really quick. I can hear you. I feel like I can hear you just a little bit. All right. You want to focus on creating quality content. We have a videographer that's a great friend of ours, and his pet peeve is when people don't have quality content. Yes, I'm not saying that you need to be perfect because perfectionism will actually kill your business. What do I mean by this? Is sometimes people won't release something because it's not perfect. The quality's not right. The lighting's not right. If you have something going out there, it's better than nothing. But listen to me here. Listen. If you want people to, number one, click on your video, watch your video, and be able to hear your video, at least make sure the visual is visually pleasing. At least make sure your lighting is great. You want to at least make sure I can hear you. I want to be able to hear what you're saying, what you're trying to offer me, if you are offering anything, or the value you are trying to give me. Now, with saying the value, here is something that is really important when it goes into the quality. You want to make sure the quality of your messaging is amazing. What do I mean by that? Being a wealth coach, one of the things I really love to focus on to help my women entrepreneurs, coaches, and speakers make 7 figures is honing in on their messaging for their business. You're probably like, what does that mean? If you know what it means, we're all good. If you don't, come in a little closer, lean in, let me help you really quick. Your messaging has to do with what you are trying to communicate to your ideal client. Listen, if I'm sitting here trying to talk to women entrepreneurs and I'm trying to tell you that I can help you with messaging, I want you to understand that some of the strategies that I know that will get your audience to listen to you, that will get them to actually click on your ads or click on your videos, or that will bring in the the right quality of audience is what you need, right? So let's just say you're out there and you are Susie, and Susie has a baking company, but Susie is talking to people about living their best life. Susie is out there saying, you know what, you need to be purpose driven. It's wonderful. But if Susie never talks about the qualities, the strategies, the skills of being able to be an amazing baker and sharing some of her stories of how she made it out and the strategies she knows on how to actually make money while baking, Susie is not attracting the ideal audience. So even though Susie is putting content out there, somebody say, Susie, get it right. Even though Susie is putting content out there, her content is not reaching her ideal client. So when Susie puts an offer out there, guess what happens? No one buys. Listen, this has happened to me before, and this is what I mean. I have an amazing skill of helping women build their businesses, write books, speak, unlock their voice. I have an amazing skill to do that, right? But what happened was all on my social media at one point, all I was doing was really giving inspirational messages. How many of y'all know inspiration don't get people to buy your stuff all the time? Now, I was inspiring people because I was in a place of, hey, I love inspiring people. I love pushing people. I love empowering people. But sometimes those are not always the people that want to buy your stuff. When you learn to tweak your messaging so that you're giving value, meaning what you're teaching me today, I can take and I can go and implement right now. Like what I'm telling you right now, if you are giving inspirational messages and empowering people is great, but now you know, hey, in whatever business that I'm in, and if I want to be part of what's going to take place in this coaching industry right now, I need to be able to give value. I need to give some educational content that my ideal audience can actually take and implement right now. Because we are living in a society that wants to see quick wins. Quick, like right now. Like I want to see a win. I want to watch a video. And because you're telling me that carbs are not good for me, but you didn't only tell me carbs are not good for me, you told me that it can cause insulin resistance and this is what I probably should be doing. And this is the vitamin that I need. The moment I hear that, what do? I go and grab that vitamin because you told me something that I need. So get your messaging right for your content. Don't just throw content out there. I can't tell you how many people just throw content out there. Brand messaging is another thing. What I mean by brand messaging is across all your platforms. Let's just say you're on YouTube, you are also on Facebook, on Instagram. You want to make sure you're communicating your values, you're communicating what you do, and you are communicating your mission, who you are. Why is this? Is because number one, if I am a business owner or coach, I want to make sure I am attracting the people that are called to me. Right? Essentially, we are all on assignment here. You're on assignment, and we want to make sure we are helping the right people that God has placed in our lives to serve. And so business is serving and business is spiritual. And I want to make sure I'm helping the people that I'm called to help. And you want to make sure that too. So drop a comment down below and let me know, is everything cohesive across your platforms? What I mean by this is, I'm going to give you an example. I can't help who I am. I am not only an entrepreneur alongside my husband, and we've helped people in consulting for their businesses. I mean, people who've made millions. I'm talking about even some doctors. And not only a coach, I have coached women, some women who have actually published their books and gone on to have their own coaching business. I am also a minister. So when I say I'm a minister, we also have a ministry. We lead in a ministry. So across my platforms, you are going to see that I do all of that. My messaging is clear. My value is clear. Everything that I do is based on faith. It's based on Bible. It's based on integrity. So when people see that, they're like, oh, I like this person. This is the person who I definitely want to get coaching from. I've had a lady actually reach out to me before for coaching because she said, there's so many ads and so many people doing coaching out here. But for some reason, based on your page and me looking at everything and going down and watching everything, I feel like I'm drawn to you. What does that mean, y'all? That means when you put content out there and your brand messaging stays consistent and the quality of your messaging is great, you're giving value, people will literally come looking for you because now they know how to find you and they've spent some time with you. I've actually heard that it takes about 7 to 11 touch points, right? 7 to 11 11 touch points for people to actually really get acquainted with you, right? I've said that. So if it takes people that long, and if you don't have the content out there, how you expect to make some money? I actually spoke to a good friend of mine, and she is so talented in a lot of things that she does. But do you know that we can get in our own way? We can. Have you gotten in your way before? Has someone else came up to you and say, you have a business that can make millions? And you're like, are you for real? You sure? You know, and I've spoken to her before, and I just remember her mindset got in the way, her mindset of thinking she wasn't gonna make it. But yet there's people doing what she does, and it's not even half as good as how she is, and they're making 6 figures. Wake up, put the content out there. This is the strategy that is going to shift the coaching industry. There are so many content creators out there today just throwing content out there for the sole purpose of, I need to get content out. You want to get content out, and if you can post every day, but you want to get content out that matters. You want to come from a place of authority and influence, because when people see that you know what you're talking about, they trust you. Content creates that like, know, and trust. Let me give you an example. In my mentorship, She Thrives, it is a community for women entrepreneurs, coaches, and speakers, and it's faith-based, and I love it. And the reason why I love it is because one of my mentees, I'm actually going to say her name, Tasha, she's amazing. I remember when she was stuck, I think it was like 7K followers only on IG. And I noticed, and she actually has a testimony too that I'm actually going to upload. She actually mentioned that when she took the influence masterclass that I did, I also did a branding masterclass. And in these masterclasses, I believe I talked about niche. I talked about your I help statement. I talked about so many of these different aspects that she could take and implement in content creation. I kid you not. Today, I think it was probably like maybe 2 months later, if even, she is at 10K followers and moving up. A lot of her videos are going viral. Why? Because there is a method to this. Put the content out. She knew that she had to absolutely know who she was helping. She was not only putting entertaining reels out, but it was like also edutainment. She was putting things out there to help people deal with narcissism. This was her area, her expertise. And she was putting the content out and helping so many people. And a lot of her videos are going viral. Why am I telling you this? It's because once you have an understanding of what it's going to take for your coaching business, for people to get to know you, and you understand that business is spiritual and it's about relationship, this will take you to the next level. It will. It absolutely will. This strategy is going to change the industry because you see people putting content out there like it's everywhere. You can't miss it. Are you sitting there consuming everyone's content? What registers with you? Is it not when they're personal? Is it not when they're trying to get you to engage with them? Is it not because they're constantly putting content out there? But what are you doing? Tell me what you're doing. Are you sitting there watching them only, or are you taking time to put your content out there? It's gonna make a world of a difference. Get it out there. I think she was putting out maybe 3 pieces of content a day or 2. You can schedule it. And some people think, oh my God, that's so much. Well, guess what? There's different things that's hard. You got to choose your hard. And once you actually get out there to do it, you realize it's actually not that bad. You just have to get your messaging down right, who you want to help, how you can help them, how can you serve, and start giving reels or YouTube videos, contents like this that will actually give value to your audience. Now, because I'm so excited with helping all of you that are watching this video today, I want you to go ahead and put on the comments down below. If you already have a business, a coaching business, maybe you're a speaker, I want to know if there's any way that I can help you tweak your messaging. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to give you a little treat. I'm going to answer some of the comments for you right away, hopefully if I can, and just go ahead and leave it down below and I see what I can do. But I'm super excited and I'm hopeful that this video, actually confident that this video today is going to revolutionize your business.